Justin here from Justin on Horsemanship. This is my horse Vegas, the one that I use at clinics and such. Now, with this quick tip series that we're going to be working on here, is how to keep your farrier happy. Now, I've been shoeing horses for 15 years as of this recording, so I want to show you how to keep your farrier happy, the things that please me, as well as a couple of my friends that are also full-time shoers themselves. So one thing is making sure, number one, that your horse is tied up when the farrier arrives. That also helps. I mean, it also helps if your farrier's on time too, don't get me wrong. But as you can see, cross ties with him is definitely the best. And you see how I do have some junk. Obviously, I'm not the cleanest person in the world, but I do have some junk or whatever that's back here. So that's why the horse is facing this way and not around that junk. So you have to move in and around everything. So you can either take yourself an old shirt like what I have here, or a towel that actually works well too, and just basically clean off everything from here down. And I just pulled him just out of the pasture or whatever. So if you were to take it like this and just kind of brush him up and down like this, so he already kind of knows the drill. And make sure if your horse is wet or anything like that, that's fine. You know, if he's wet, do this. If they're not wet, then obviously don't worry about it and have the horses brushed and cleaned off. Now, one thing that definitely helps is we work on the horses, obviously, right around in here. So if you were to take your shirt or towel, just kind of take and buff them off here, or if you have a whole lot of dirt or something like that that's really caked on there, I just get one of these wire brushes that you can find at any of your, you know, Lowe's or you know, supply store or something like that, a Tractor Supply, or since I'm here in Wisconsin, we have Fleet Farm and such. So you can get those and take it. You can actually brush this all around here. Okay, and then when you pick the foot up, I find that squeezing the chestnut here actually helps. And what I do is, you can just kneel here, and I have a rasp that I've actually turned into a pick. And just pick the horse's feet out. It takes you just a couple of seconds. And I tell you what, anything that makes the farrier's job just a touch easier, or something that goes a little quicker, he's going to love you for it. Okay? Take that, and then I take this brush, and then I make sure to get right down in these commissures here. Just like that, and obviously anything around the bulbs, but never touch anything that gets really close to this hairline here. Stay about an inch below the hairline, and you'll be just fine. And definitely don't rasp your knuckle. Okay? So get around back here, and around back here. Okay? It's something that's quick and simple, but it's something that your farrier is definitely going to love you for. Now, when it comes to working on the back feet, it's the same thing, but when I work on the back feet, let your body do the rest of the work. So to pick up a back foot, he already knows what's going on, but what I do is I squeeze the cap of the hock. I'll go like this, and I'll take and squeeze that. See how he lifts it up? And I put my knee right by his fetlock here, and then I just step forward. Okay, now I take my pick. Now what you don't want to do is just leave the horse just hang here. What you do is you take the foot like this and you just cradle it. That makes it feel like something's actually got a hold of him. So I'll push here and pull down. And then come back and around. See how I dig this, some of this crud that's under here? Give it a quick brushing. Easy peasy. So if you want to do this to where you're not bent over so much and the horse's foot's hanging, take your other leg and put it right up underneath here, and you cradle it just like what a farrier does. And you act like you're just kind of sitting down, but the weight's going to be on your legs. That way you can be here a little bit longer. And this is how farriers themselves actually trim. Okay? Something that's really simple, but you wouldn't believe how many times I myself, if I show up to someone's place, you know, and it's already been raining and the horse is standing in mud that's probably up to their fetlocks or their knees, and they'll bring them inside and they just tie them up and say, well, have fun. Well, I have to spend the next 30 minutes cleaning them off. And 30 minutes extra with each horse throughout the day adds up to a lot of time. And of course, as everyone knows, you know, time is money. So if you make that job a little bit easier on your farriers, we'll definitely love you for it. Stay tuned for the next video.